I asked AI to pretend to be Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis. I then requested AI to describe as Sigmund Freud a deep psychological analysis of the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel. Adjusts spectacles, leans back in the Viennese armchair, fingers steepled beneath his beard. Allow me, dear Leeda. Forgive me if I indulge a little now. And then to the fairy tale aspect, as the story does linger pleasurably, to offer not merely a reading but a dissection of Hansel and Gretel. A tale not of breadcrumbs and gingerbread alone, but of the unconscious theater, laid bare in miniature. This marching is no innocent fireside diversion. No, none. It is a crystalline dream formation, a neurotic compromise between repressed wishes and the harsh dictates of reality. Every element trembles with symbolic weight, trembling like a repressed memory at the threshold of consciousness. Let us begin, as all psychic life must, with the family romance, that earliest and most enduring psychic crucible. The stepmother. She is not merely cruel. She is the projection of the children's ambivalent hostility toward the mother herself. In early childhood, the libidinal tie to the mother is absolute. Yet when frustration enters, hunger, neglect, the birth of a sibling, the tender attachment curdles into rage. The stepmother, then, is the displaced object of that rage, permitting the children and the storyteller to preserve the idealized image of the true mother, untainted by hostility. A classic mechanism of splitting. The good mother, absent, idealized, versus the bad mother, present, persecutory. Note, too, how the father, though weak, is absolved of full blame. Another displacement, preserving the paternal ideal, however attenuated. Now, the abandonment in the forest. This is not geography. It is psychic exile. The forest is the unconscious itself. Dark, labyrinthine, teeming with archaic dangers and hidden desires. The children are cast out not only from the home but from the safety of infantile omnipotence. Their first attempt at mastery, the trail of white pebbles, is the anal sadistic phase asserting control. Small, hard, ordered objects laid down to dominate chaos. A triumph of the ego. But the second attempt, the breadcrumbs, fails. Why? Because bread is oral, soft, dissolvable symbol of dependency, of regression. The crumbs are devoured by birds. The unconscious reclaims what the ego tries to impose. Regression fails when reality bites, quite literally. Then, the cottage. The oral paradise. Walls of cake. Windows of sugar. Roof of marzipan. This is the oral erotic fantasy in its purest form. The wish for effortless nourishment. For the world to feed the self without demand or delay. It is the infantile hallucination of the woman's bosoms, magnified to architectural scale. But paradise is always guarded by the castrating figure, the witch. The witch, sehr wichtig. She is not merely evil. She is the anxiety-laden double of the nurturing mother. She feeds, yes, but to fatten, to consume. She embodies the oral sadistic phase, turned monstrous, the fear that the nourishing object will turn upon the child, devouring rather than sustaining. Her imprisonment of Hansel in the cage is the anal retentive fantasy of containment, control through sequestration. She measures his finger obsessively, a displaced concern with envy of the male sexual organ and bodily integrity, perhaps, or more broadly, the child's terror of being judged and found wanting by the parental imago. Gretel's triumph, pushing the witch into the oven, is not mere cleverness. It is the identification with the aggressor, the child's psychic assimilation of the persecutory object in order to master it. By becoming the agent of destruction, she exercises the internal witch, and the oven, naturally, is the womb-tomb archetype, the place of rebirth and annihilation. To thrust the witch inside is to symbolically rebirth the self from the devouring maternal matrix. And the return home, with jewels no less, this is the restoration of the ego, enriched by the ordeal. The stepmother is dead, the hostile introject expelled. The father weeps with joy, the good object restored. And the children bring treasure, the psychic capital won through successful sublimation of anxiety. The jewels are not gold, they are insight, hard-won from the depths. So you see, dear Leeda, this is no children's tale. It is a dream. Condensed, displaced, symbol-laden, a map of the Oedipal crisis, of oral and anal anxieties, of the terror and triumph of separation. It speaks in the only language the unconscious understands, myth.